Hey there, and welcome to the Pair of Dinks. Guess what?
What?
It's June.
Already?
Yeah.
That snuck up.
Does that mean it's officially summer?
In my book, yeah.
Yeah. When does summer actually start? We'll have to find out.
I think it starts right now. Because it feels like summertime out there already.
Yeah.
And the patios are open. Like, that's the clear indicator. Summer is here.
And it's hot.
Yeah, blazing.
But I was wondering if you wanted to hear a construction joke.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still working on it.
Oh my God. That's like a joke you'd find on a popsicle stick.
Or gum.
Yeah. And the gum wrappers.
What do dentists call their x-rays?
I don't know.
Toothpicks. That's a good one. That's dumb.
Oh. She's browsing through a list of jokes in case you're wondering
I'm not
on the other
that
end.
funny. Okay, those were the clean ones. I'll throw a little.
Throw a dirty one in there.
A couple just cause. What did the hurricane say to the coconut tree?
Go ahead.
Hold on to your nuts. This ain't no ordinary blowjob.
Oh, that's funny.
Some of these are pretty. Whoa. Yeah, like
give me one of those. Let's shock the people. Children, close your ears. But the podcast is marked explicit.
This one's funny. They say makeup sex is the best, which is lucky because all my sex is made up. That's funny.
Oh my God.
No, I can't.
All right.
Well, okay. What did the penis say to the condom? Cover me, I'm going in. That one's not as bad, but anywho, just wanted to throw some funnies out there for y'all before we get started.
Start your Friday off with a laugh.
Yeah.
Or whatever day you're listening to this. But we trust you're listening on a Friday morning.
All those
the
dedicators.
Regulars. So many fans.
Dedicated fans.
Drowning in fan mail here. Somebody send us an email. pairofdinks@gmail.com.
Just wait.
Oh, it'll be great.
One's coming for sure now.
Yeah, and then I'll be complaining in the opposite direction. I have too many emails to go through.
I can't respond.
I can't. Oh, fun. But I don't know about you. I'm incredibly grateful that the summer's here.
Me too.
Because it is my favoriteest season of all seasonings.
All seasonings?
All seasonings.
Even Laurie's seasoning salt.
Better than Laurie's seasoning salt. Better than oregano.
Oh my gosh.
Better than the chili flakes.
So
way better than winter.
Okay, so I have a question then. So this is our second summer here now.
Yes.
And does it feel different?
It feels a little hotter.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Definitely feels a little hotter.
Or is it just because we were used to it being really cold for a while? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't tell either because I do remember last summer also feeling like it was scorching hot. But I've been attributing that to it being so dry. And because we're like however many thousand feet or meters closer to the sun now, because Calgary is higher up than sea level. So I don't know. But it does feel really hot. And on most of the afternoons, I just kind of tuck away because that seems to be the worst part of the day from sort of noon to 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
You can tell our basil is always looking so sad.
All the plants.
Yeah.
They're wilting over. They're just like...
Yeah.
That's the sound I hear when I look at them. Especially those poor flowers.
I know.
When they their leaves all shrivel and stuff and they're just like...
I know, but what? Yeah. I mean, even staying on top of watering.
Yeah.
It's just hot.
It's just a short burst of refreshment. We're going to have to break out the pool again, though.
Heck yeah.
That was fun. We got a little kiddie pool last year. And we would just like sit in that or put our feet in that, hang out in the backyard, play games, scroll Instagram, whatever people do in the
read books. We were reading a lot then.
Yeah.
Hey, get down from there.
Cats.
Sorry.
Cats. We took down our basement ceiling, or Chantel actually took down the basement ceiling.
Yeah.
And now the cats are super curious about everything up there and they want to try and climb in the ceiling.
There's nowhere to stand, though.
No, but I mean, cats will find a way to ruin anything. So
100%.
especially when they get all curious and exploratory. But anyhow, so what are some of the things you enjoy about the summer? Like aside from weather?
Wait, is that all that you notice that's different? Like
this year?
Like, yeah. The heat. Are you doing anything differently?
Doing anything differently?
Yeah.
I'm working inside more.
Okay, never mind. Go on with your question.
I don't know where we're going with that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
What was your question?
What are some of the things you enjoy most about the summer?
Most about the summer?
Yeah.
I like having a tan. I like being outside and in the garden. And finally being able to fix some stuff around here in the yard. What else do I like? I like going to the beach.
Ooh, yeah. We just found a good lake beach too.
Yeah, the only thing is it's got a ton of kids. Yeah. So I think that's just the only downfall, really.
I think every lake beach
is
probably going to have a lot of kids, especially the public ones.
Yeah. The sand felt nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, outdoor games.
Yardsy.
Yeah.
And I love the cornhole.
Yeah. Any lawn game.
And then suey.
Yes.
That one's fun.
Yes.
Our yard is not regulation though.
It's really small.
Can't quite play in our yard. What if we played over the house? From front yard to backyard.
Yeah, okay.
You're just blindly hucking washers.
Oh my God. You're gonna hurt somebody.
Wrecking cars, busting garage windows.
Food. Eating a little bit differently.
Oh, the barbecue season.
Yeah, cold salads.
Oh, yeah.
Like cold pasta salad.
Okay, on the cold food front, are you a fan of cold soups?
No.
Yeah, they're weird.
It needs to be hot.
I agree.
Okay, I thought you were going to judge me for...
It works. The first time I ever had it was high school or just after high school. I was working at this corner deli. And we had this really ambitious chef who was working in the kitchen. And during one summer hot day, she came out with this chilled cucumber soup for the soup du jour, which is soup of the day for those who don't speak French. And I remember having a sip and I'm like, this is weird.
Ooh.
I don't like, it's not that it tasted weird, but just having cold soup.
Also cucumber. How much do you get out of there? Water?
Yeah, it was a lot of water. It was a very green soup. And I don't know, I wasn't a fan of the chilled.
Sounds weird.
Yeah. So anyhow, there are some people who like it.
You're making me really want some homemade tzatziki though.
Ooh.
We need some of that.
Yep. Well, we got the Greek yogurt. We got some dill.
You got some dill?
Yeah. Because we're going to try making the honey dill sauce.
Shoot, dude.
Yeah. What? We still haven't made that since coming back from Winnipeg.
Oh my gosh.
But we're topped up on mayo. We got the dill. And we've got some local Alberta foothills honey.
Yum.
Yep. So we're going to give that a whirl.
Damn. I'm like, what can we go make right now and dip in there? Anyways, yeah. What about you?
What about me? Favorite things is, well, I think my love from summer always came from childhood. Like growing up in the Northwest, it's kind of shitty most of the year. And even when it's kind of warm, it'll be gray or rainy and suck. And summer was always these couple of months where, I don't know, it felt like we lived down in California or something. Like it was hot. The sky was blue. Everyone, like we were out of school. That's always, even to this day, I still feel this incredible like sense of freedom when summertime rolled around, even though I'm not in school
You're
anymore.
hilarious.
Been out forever. Like I really hated school, especially as a kid. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can just run around. We can like get our bikes, go jump off stuff, run through the berry fields, light off fireworks with friends. Yeah, 4th of July would come around. So that was a big firework time.
Right. Camping.
Oh, yeah. We did a lot of camping when we were younger. That was always fun. I love the mornings in summer, though. I think that's my favorite time. Right before it gets too hot out. But it's just warm enough that you can like go outside in shorts and a shirt or like just, some light sweats or something. And you can just sit out in the morning. And I loved camping mornings. We would be by this lake that was up in the mountains. And it was usually really foggy in the morning because like all the whatever, like clouds in the mountains and stuff. I don't know. Like you were closer to the clouds, right? So it was often really foggy. And I love a good foggy morning. It's something cool. It's something that feels, how do I describe it? It's kind of like how I experience the day. I always feel like I wake up and there's this fog in the sense that I'm not looking too far ahead in my day. You just kind of focus on, okay, here's me, the house, everything's good. I can sit here. I can enjoy this space. I'm not worried about whatever's going to happen in the afternoon or like tomorrow or anything. It's just this really close time. And you just sip the coffee and slowly it kind of goes away and you begin to say, right, I got to start working towards that thing. Or maybe I should get started on this. But I really enjoy that sort of pause and kind of just idle brainlessness for like the first hour of the day.
Yeah, your mornings are very different from mine.
I can't do the
roll out of bed.
No.
Get started.
I worked on actually my first props gig. Me and the prop master and the on-set dresser, we were sharing this like basement suite apartment in a house just outside of Victoria, Saanich. And the prop master was the kind who just like hit the alarm, roll out, like has his like change of clothes ready on the floor from the day, like just roll out in the clothes into the truck, no coffee, not like just like let's go.
No,
and I'm like, dude, no, like I'm gonna sit here. I'll walk to set. I don't care. Like, see you later. Dude. Like, I couldn't do it.
I just can't get up early. I tried.
I can in the summer.
It's too hard.
Especially when the sun is up so early. Like I feel I've been up before our alarm almost every day, but I kind of lay there and force myself back to sleep. But
the weekend mornings are better though.
A little quieter.
Well, I don't have anything on my mind.
Yeah.
And I sleep in, and then I can enjoy a coffee on our patio. Yeah.
It's the best.
And listen to the birds.
They're so loud.
They're so loud.
But
great. It's nice. Yeah. It beats people standing outside our window talking.
Yeah. In Langley, we lived right across, right on Fraser Highway, like downtown Langley. And quite often there would be people right there on the corner. Because we're on the corner of Fraser and 201. So people are walking around. They're starting their day. There's a bus stop right out front. So everyone would be making all that noise. Or it would be the, whatchamacallit, the landscapers. They'd be out there with like weed whackers or whatever. Like 7:03 a.m. God.
Yeah, so I don't miss that.
No, not at all. Some days I wish we had landscapers. Because I don't want to go mow.
I don't want to go mow.
It's just inconvenient because we got it's like a big hunky old gas mower, a little push mower, and getting it in and out of the garage and then moving back and forth and emptying that bag.
Yeah,
it's
should
just not my favorite
find
thing.
that old one the push one.
I think that's a solution. I want one of those old spinny blade ones.
I have never mowed a lawn in my life.
What?
Ever.
Wow.
Not once.
Lucky duck.
It's funny when I say that. I feel like it's like the only thing I don't know how to do, when there's tons of things I don't know how to do, but man, you don't know how to mow a lawn?
Yeah.
No,
That's
I don't
funny.
want to learn. Please don't make me.
You just cut it. I don't know. I have no real rhyme or reason to how I mow. Some people are really persnickety and they get like nice patterns and crisscrossies, and I'm like, nope. My lawn ain't that nice. I just want it all short. And the stuff grows like crazy here.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's, man, once a week or so, you got to be out there. But anyhow, that's one of the things I like about summer. The fruit. Summer feels like fruit season to me.
Oh, it is for sure.
Yeah. You get like the pineapples, the watermelons.
Everything has a little bit more flavor.
Punch drinks. You put like fruits and punches and then you mix them with like bubbly sodas and stuff.
That sounds very refreshing.
Yeah. I feel like summer is always, it's busy with recreation and fun. And then also this healthy balance of nothing. Like just sort of lazing around.
I started working when I was 16. Well, I had other jobs before, but odd jobs. But I started really working when I was 16 at the Oyama General Store. Shout out to the OG. And I worked in the hut. I call it the hut or the cantina, the grill. And when it would be really, really hot, I would take a 5-minute break because we were right across from the lake, or right across the street from the lake. And so I'd jump into the lake and I'd go back into work. That was fun.
That'd be the best.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I really miss being a quick walk to the lake.
That was an awesome setup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like seeing where you guys grew up in that house. And yeah, it was like, you could forget about all the worry and hustle of the world. Like it felt really peaceful and chill.
Yeah. And you even went there when it was, well, it's very much more touristy now. Like it's built towards even more. So it's lost a little bit. Well, it's lost a lot of its charm because of all that. It's so noticeable. It's weird. Yeah. But what else I was going to say that I like about summertime as well.
Popsicles.
Oh, no. August long weekends. We used to have company come up from all over the place, mostly the Lower Mainland, and camp in our yard. And that was always a good time.
Yeah. Big weekend. It was all weekend long?
Yep.
Like people stayed all weekend? Yeah.
Yeah. Some people would leave like Sunday, some Monday.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was always very exciting.
That's fun.
And especially when you're younger too.
Yeah. Reminds me, I felt like we had parties at my grandma's when she still lived in Washington. At least once or twice in the summer. Because there's like a bunch of cousins who had birthdays in the summer. So we just kind of picked a weekend and everyone would come down. And this was on my mom's side of the family, which she's one of 5 kids. So there's a lot of family on that side. But they were fun. I remember my grandparents lived on a golf course. It was the Lobo Golf and Country Club. And Grandpa ran the pro shop. I can't remember if they owned I think they owned the whole course actually. But of course he had a team of people who would go out and do most of the work.
Yeah.
But that was always fun. We'd get in trouble with the golf carts. They only had a couple. Like I don't think they rented many, but they had some just for like maintenance or running around the course to pick something up. Or like grandma would run a lunch out or something. But that was always what us kids wanted. We're like, hey, how do we get this golf cart? How do we like go scooting around?
Did you ever steal it?
I didn't.
Jordy?
I don't know. I don't think Jordy did. We were kind of like the good kids.
Oh, okay. I see.
And we were always the youngest too. So it would be like all the other cousins are older. They're getting their licenses and stuff. This was before then, but.
Gotcha.
We were always just a couple years younger than everyone else.
Yeah.
So.
Babies.
Yep.
You were always the babies. Nobody wanted you around.
Yeah, you know, we'd be looking, we're like, hey, you're not supposed to do that. They'd be like, shut up. We're the cool kids. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that was fun. I love the family gatherings. Although when we got older, I didn't remember much of them. 'Cause I would sneak underage drinks.
That's funny.
I turned into a terrible teenager.
Hey, we all do.
Yeah. But again, it was summer.
But again, it was summer. It was only in the summer. I was a good kid all the rest of the year.
You know what though? Sorry, as you were talking about, I'm sort of circling back to jobs. One of my favorite jobs in the summer that I had was working on a blueberry farm.
Yeah.
There was a couple, Peggy and Carl Koskela. They went to my parents' church in Bellingham, and he would work for I don't know if it was for the oil refinery or like a company that did work to the oil refinery, but he usually had the summer times off or not as much. So many years ago, they had bought this blueberry farm, and that was like their summertime job. So he would work at the oil refinery for all the other months and then come around summertime, come out to the farm, and they would always hire the kids from the church. And like they paid us more than minimum wage. I remember it was the first time I ever met someone. They said, we don't believe in minimum wage. And they were like, we're going to pay you good prices or good wages. And it was fun work because I got to alternate between being in the process shed because they would like harvest berries with machines and stuff and then sell those ones off to like the bakeries or the cereal companies and stuff, you know, and they'll freeze dry it and put it in your cereals or into your bagels or whatever. But then they also did like handpick. So they would hire people who would come in and pick berries for them, ones that you couldn't really do with the machine. So then when people came by and it's like, oh, I just want to buy like a flat of fresh berries, you could do that. So on the process days, I was in the back filling up the boxes as they came off of the conveyor belt. So like all the other kids are making sure the like green berries and stuff are plucked out and not going in there. And then I would have to fill up the boxes, like build the box, put the plastic liner in it, fill it up to 14.6 pounds, and then scoot it over, tape it up, and build the pallet so it would all be ready to ship. But then on the other days when it was just looking after the hand-picked people, I got to drive the tractor with the trailer on the back, and I'd have to go around and pick up all the buckets of berries. And then they had like a smaller process area inside. So I would pick everything up, then come inside and like, you know, make sure all the stuff's out of it, put them into the flats that people could buy. It was like $20 for like 5 pounds of blueberries or something.
Wow.
Like
Nice.
such a good deal. And they're fresh.
Yeah.
They didn't use any sprays or anything on them either. So you could literally eat them right off the trees.
I had blueberry bushes.
That was
my awesome
favorite.
having blueberry bushes.
Yeah. They're like the best. And they would, Peggy and Carl would give coffee and donuts. Like they would have coffee and donuts for everybody, like every day. So my first 15-minute break of the day, we had 2 15-minute paid breaks and then a half-hour unpaid lunch. I was like,
Nice.
This is killer. And my favorite thing, I would get like one of the old fashioned or the sour cream, you know, like cruller donuts or something. Like mostly I like those old fashioned ones with the sour cream glaze. And I would go out I would like take the donut and walk out into the field and I would take a bite of the donut and then like a handful of blueberries.
Oh,
And then like put them both in my mouth at the same time.
that sounds so fucking good right now.
It was so
I want
good.
that right now.
It was my favorite thing in the world. Like, oh, that job was so good. Like, I could be a blueberry farmer.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Maybe. Yeah.
Just
Life's
have a
not over.
small crop.
Yeah. Yeah. They had a pretty small farm in terms of like, I mean, for what they put out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they got a lot of berries. But they had like, it was this old, I don't remember what brand it was. It was a super old tractor. It was like, used to be orange, but was like rust now. And then it had this blue trailer. And that's how I learned to back up trailers too. So it was also a stick shift,
Mhm.
right? So it was like this crusty old clutch 3-speed tractor. And so you'd have to put it in reverse, like after several hours of trying to jam the stick across. Everything took extra effort. And then you're trying to like look backwards on the tractor and like clutch
Oh my God.
your way through. It was a real challenge, but super fun because just their aisles were really narrow and you would drive down to where the pickers were. And there's no, like, you couldn't squeeze past them with the tractor and everything. So, yeah, you had to do a lot of reversing.
Oh, I would not like that job.
It was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's good summertime memories. What else? Oh, yeah, and worked at a golf course. That was also good fun in the summertime. Everyone would get super drunk because there would be lots of different tournaments. And that was just chaos. But then we would sneak the booze. Because we worked.
Sneak the booze from the carts?
Yeah, or just from the tournaments. Because they would always order in all this extra, like, bottles and, like, you know, just there'd be boxes of booze hanging out downstairs. Like, just around the corner from where we were cleaning all the carts and stuff. And, yeah, we would just, like, fill up a water bottle with vodka and like throw a little juice in it or something.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I don't know.
Bad boys.
Oh, we were, that was high school.
Yeah.
Yep. We were terrible. I don't know how we ever stayed employed there. We discovered in the rain and the wet that there would be days when they would have to mow the driving range. So twice a day, like 5 or 6 of us would have to get in golf carts and you'd have to get those little ball pickers. And we have to go around and literally pick up like every single ball off the driving range. So we'd usually just drive around in golf carts to do most of it instead of walking around. Mm-hmm. But we discovered when it's wet in the grass, if you go really fast in the golf cart and then you slam the brakes, they'll drift around.
Oh my God.
But we did not notice that we were also tearing up all of the grass and leaving
I was gonna say, ripping it up.
Oh my God.
How much trouble did you get in?
Oh, so much. I think the pro, he called all of us into the office after that. And he was like, if this happens one more time, like, you were all fired. We're like, okay, yes, sir.
I can see your stupid teenage face doing that too.
Yep. Although one of our friends, he didn't work there, but we would get free golf and you could usually bring a friend or something. Like, they were pretty chill, right? You'd bring another friend or, yeah. And so it was out golfing. I forget who it was. It was a couple of guys I worked with and another friend from high school. And that other guy was driving, and he ended up driving one of the golf carts into a pond.
What the?
Well, again, when we were going out golfing, it was like you're still sneaking booze and like hitting joints at the little washrooms out there. I remember one time we were pretending to be taking drinks from the water fountain, but really we're just like,
oh like, my gosh. How do you hide that?
I don't know. No one cared. But yeah, you would also, you could score drinks because people would just leave shit in their carts or they'd buy, like 3 cans of something and they wouldn't take it with them. So there's like this, here's a free beer or something sitting in there. I found cigars a lot, or I'd find cans of chew, like half cans of chew, some cigarettes. I got a t-shirt once. Someone had left a t-shirt in there that was kind of a cool shirt. It was still in good shape. I'm like, sweet, I'm keeping this. I think I got a folding knife.
Wow.
Yeah. It was great because people just get blitzed out there on the golf course and they forget all of their shit.
That's funny. So it all went to Jake.
Some.
And his buddies.
We would be nice about other stuff though. Like I remember someone had left their rangefinder, like the little binocular things. And those are expensive. So, we take it into the shop. Like, hey, someone left this in their cart. But sometimes little things like that. Mm-hmm. Or they'd come ask us and you'd be like, oh, yeah. I have it down here. I was going to bring it up to you.
Sneaky.
Well, you'd have a backlog of carts, so it wasn't unreasonable. But yeah,
that's funny.
That was a super fun job.
Yeah.
I miss that.
The summer is great. We've been doing a lot of yard work.
So much yard work.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking awesome though.
It is. It is looking awesome. And I look forward to when it's a little bit more done, but it does look great.
Yep.
We got to get that fence back up in the front so that our patio can be free.
Yeah. A little privatized. Everyone's just looking right into our life.
Okay, so private in the front, but I meant like the patio in the back too.
Oh, yeah.
Because all the boards are sitting back there.
Yeah, that too. Good point. Although we don't hang out there as much.
No. But
It's
when
not
we
as
have
fun.
the pool, because we won't be sitting in the front yard in the pool.
No.
That would be so funny. Especially if with the fence down right now.
Yep.
We'll just set it in the front and then we can lay there and watch people walk by. Say,
Yeah.
hey. As they walk by. Just say hello.
Hi. You want to come to our pool party?
No. That would be so funny though. Like set up a little table even. Oh my God. Sell lemonade.
Yeah.
It would be so creepy.
Jams and such.
Oh my.
For that little frog.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
And many more things to come.
I'm pretty sure I told you this before, but it was one of my favorite text messages I ever got. I was covering for someone on props, and I had texted about something. Like I texted him really quick just about like trying to get an answer about some prop that we maybe needed, and got my answer, but then he sent this photo, and it was this like shitty plastic kids pool in an alley in East Vancouver.
Oh no.
And like I can see his hand there. He's got like a beer in it. There's a couple other people. I can't see any faces. It was mostly just the pool. But there's like, sort of people milling about with beers in their hands in this like shitty little pool that's got a couple inches of water in it. And he said, "Can't talk right now. I'm at a pool party." And it was my absolute favorite response. I laughed so hard. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. That looks like an East Van pool party.
Oh my
sure.
gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
I always associate little kiddie pools with pool parties, and it just brings me delight. It's so fun.
Do you remember that that clip we saw of those people who took one of those plastic? I don't know if it was actually a kid's pool because it was shaped a little bit different. But they dug a hole in their backyard and they took that plastic pool shape and put it in the ground and then put like sand and rocks around it and then filled it with water.
Yeah. They made like a pond.
They made a pond, but it'd be cool as just your indoor or in-ground pool.
Right. Is that the one too? I think I saw one with that where they built like a deck around it or something too.
Maybe. We don't have enough room for that, but
no.
We'll make an oasis at our next place.
Ooh, well, we've got enough sand.
Just saying. Just saying. And
yeah. Well, I remember growing up, some people, they're the above ground, like plastic pools.
Yeah.
That a lot of people had.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know,
we had
10,
those too.
15 feet wide and like a good 4 or 5 feet deep. I remember we'd had some, like our neighbor in the first place we lived actually extended his deck out and then did that, like cut it out and had that pool in there, which is kind of cool. So you'd sort of walk out the deck and it's like, there's just a pool here.
Cool.
But it was actually just one of those above ground. And then I think some other friends we had actually did a similar thing and like put it in the ground, like dug out the ground and put it down. Even though you're like not supposed to, I don't think. But
I don't know.
We were living in the country. Fuck the rules. Do what you want.
Yeah, cool.
Yep. I don't know. I'm just happy that it's summer. It is my favorite season.
Me too.
Absolute favorite. Everyone gets outside. Everyone's chill.
I've already been burnt
Mostly.
and bitten by a mosquito.
Yeah, I got a mosquito bite.
It's definitely summer.
It's the best. Cool. Any other notes on summer?
Don't go to Mexico in the summer.
Oh.
It's uncomfortable. My first girls trip with Beth. It was like the first time we went anywhere alone, and we went to Mexico to the Royal del Cameron in Puerto Vallarta, and now I want to say July, but it was like June or July, but I'm leaning towards July, and it was so hot and so humid and so gross, and I think we took so many naps because of how hot it was.
The sun sucks your energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. Because I think I've almost always been in Mexico in summer.
Oh.
I think shooting Ivana's sister's wedding, which was in January, that might be one of the only times I haven't been in summer.
How do you feel about it?
Oh, it's hot. Yeah. It's not my favorite time to go, but it just seemed to be, I don't know, whatever called me there. I remember for a lot of those summers, it was teaching in Mazatlan, and those were really brutal because it's so humid. So absolutely humid. And it was funny to, like, I think at that point I began to understand some of the, or the logic behind the, like, split schedule day, you know, where everyone sort of fucks off in the middle of the day to go home, have a siesta, whatever, because it's the same, like, it's too hot out. It's so blazing hot. Like, there's no point. Like, let's all go home. Let's
recover,
get cold in our homes. And then you go out, and because it's so hot all night, you're like, yeah, we can stay out, do whatever, like get some work done, and then go party with our friends until 1 a.m. or something. And yeah, it was kind of weird though, because you turn back around and get up really early. Like, I remember a couple of times going for runs in the early morning, and it was like almost too hot still. Like, I'd get halfway down the Malecon, I'm just like drenched in sweat. Like, this is horrendous. And you can't even jump in the ocean to cool off because it's the same temperature as your body.
Oh my God.
Yeah. My first time I did that, jumped in, and I'm like, this is swimming in my own sweat.
Ew.
That's what it feels like, because it's all salty and warm, and you're just like, oh. Ew. Yeah, it was gross. You stepped on a sea urchin. I'm like, fuck this. Not going in the ocean.
Yeah.
At least not there. Different beach. Yeah. And where else? Oh yeah, in Merida, I think it was an August trip. Also blazing hot, really humid. Terrible for an easy sweater such as myself.
A what?
An easy sweater. I sweat like at the drop, like so quick. Like, if I even go for a brisk walk, I can break into a sweat.
Yeah, you are a sweaty guy.
Yeah. I can't really control it. I think some more cold exposure will help, maybe. But yeah, Mexico can be brutal there in the summer. I found Mexico City in the summer wasn't too bad though. And it's kind of their, like, I guess, monsoon season as well. So it's actually rainy. But because Mexico City is higher up, it's a little cooler, which is interesting. Really high elevation. I think that's the highest elevation I've ever been in.
Alberta?
No. Mexico City.
Oh.
Because it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like a mountainous part of the middle of the country, but also in kind of a valley, like the swampy valley. But the whole place is just really high up. I remember they said some people even have trouble breathing in there because it's just thinner air. Like, it's not super dramatic, but I could see where if you had some asthma or other respiratory issues. But it was really nice weather. Like, summer in Mexico City is a nice time. The street food. Oh my God. That's what I wish we had that more in North America.
Street food?
Yeah. Like, just little street carts. You know, where people are just making like tacos and hot dogs and stuff. Kind of like in New York, how they also have all those little. But, you know, like, yeah, just little carts and vendors. Not like a whole truck, not a whole anything. Like, some of my favorite ones would honestly be like outside people's homes and stuff. And it's like they just got like a table set up with a grill and whatever. Like, it's nothing fancy. It's not really branded, but everybody knows their favorite little stand by the person's name, which is kind of funny. You know, it's like, oh, we're going to go over to Luis's. What? You're like, yeah, he's the taco guy over in this corner. Like,
Luis's Tacos.
Yeah. It's my favorite. And I wish we had more of that, especially here in Canada.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a little more in some of the US cities, but I don't feel like you get that here in Canada. People are too worried about the food safe and everything needs to be licensed and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, just fucking whatever.
Yep.
Just make some good food. Sell it on the street for cheap. It's the best. Because there's just like a snack. Always. Every corner. Never have to worry. Never going to be without food.
Speaking of snacks, I want some snacks.
All right.
It's time for snacks.
We're going to wrap this episode up.
Everybody else, enjoy your snacks.
Yeah. And enjoy your summertime. If you feel so inclined to write us, pairofdinks@gmail.com. Tell us a favorite summertime story or what you like about summer.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
Yeah.
I like talking about summer with people.
Yes.
And yeah, links and stuff are in the description for anything important.
Nice. Brush it off.
Yeah.
You do the job. You go find it, guys.
Yeah.
It's in the same spot as it always is.
All right. Bye.
Thanks.